Hello friends, and welcome to the very first nursery tour of the 2025 growing season. It is hard to believe that our off season is now over and we are back in business. Yes, so we are open this Saturday from 9 to 3, and then beginning that first week of March, we will be open Wednesday through Saturday 9 to 3, and we will keep those hours until the end of the season. So we do these nursery tours because we want to show you what is growing, blooming, and thriving here at Creekside Nursery in Dallas, North Carolina. For those of you that don't know, maybe you're new, we're about 40 miles west of Charlotte. We are a Zone 8A, and we are a grower retailer, meaning that we grow a lot of the plants that we sell. We do these nursery tours so that you can see all of the gorgeous things that we have available in real time. We do these once a week, so if you're planning a trip to come to the nursery, not that we can highlight every single plant, of course, but that we are showing you what is really looking spectacular that time of the year with the week and all the good things. For our sweet people who are doing online sales, shopping, keep in mind these are garden center tours. Just because you see it down here does not translate all the time all the way to the online store. So just kind of keep that in mind. We're talking about all the fabulous things that are available here. And man, do we have some gorgeous things. We have got great shrubs and perennials to share with you. And so we're going to have some fun walking through the garden center. So there's a lot. I've told Jerry he's not mic'd up, but I said if I forget something, make sure that you tell me to go back and look at that plant. Our staff has done a phenomenal job of displaying the plants, laying them out so that you can see them, what things might look like together. Down here on the shrub lot, this is going to be a full sun garden. So full sun means at least 6 hours. So all of these plants need a minimum of 6 hours to grow, bloom, and thrive. So like right here, right, we have a beautiful selection. These are all evergreens. First, we have one of my all-time favorites, the Fire Chief Thuja. Now, this is not dead. This is not damaged. This is what this plant does. In the wintertime, it turns this coppery bronze. Then all that beautiful green will come back out, and the tops will be green, and you will have a beautiful, nice, very soft. This is not prickly whatsoever. Basically like a 3x3. So you've got this one. Then we're moving on down to the Southern Living. This is the Night Lights. Gorgeous color contrast, right? No matter what the season is, you've got this beautiful chartreuse next to the bronze, and then in the summertime, that'll be green. So this will be a beautiful contrast. This is going to be like that small, like tree, right? And so Night Lights, beautiful one from our friends at Southern Living. Next door, we have got the very popular Diamond Spire Gardenia. So again, from Southern Living, this is going to be more of that columnar shape to it. Does beautiful, fragrant, single gardenia blooms, full sun. I have this in the hottest spot of my garden on that back patio. Have had it there for several years, and it just does amazingly well. Next door, we have got some Carissa hollies. So these are going to be more in a petite size of that holly. Beautiful evergreen, nice, shiny, dark green leaves on it. So if you like hollies, but you want it in a smaller shrub form, then this Carissa is going to be a great option for you. Next door, we have got Dragon Prince. This is a cryptomeria. You'll notice it too is taking on that bronzy hue. Has a little bit of a tougher texture than the Fire Chief, but still not prickly at all. So you've got the Dragon Prince. This is going to be like a 3 foot tall, 4 foot wide, beautiful evergreen, like this whole section right here. You could do your entire front of your house or a foundation planting with this whole collection here. The New Gen Boxwoods, this is an Independence. There's several in that New Gen series. This one's Independence. A little bit of a slower grower, a petite boxwood. So if you enjoy boxwoods like I do, then this is a great option for you. So we've got all of those. Let's see. You want to go back that direction because we've got some more new stuff. Oh, and we've got also right here where Jerry's standing, got in beautiful El Ninos. Y'all, this is the desert orchid from Proven Winners. Relatively new in the market in the last, I don't know, 2 years. We cannot keep this plant in stock online. every time we add hundreds and hundreds more, y'all buy it up, buy it up, buy it up. So we have got them in 3 gallons here at the garden center. This is a fast growing, beautiful, almost like a snapdragon kind of bloom on it. Nice, lovely pink. Fantastic small tree. So we have got those available. We've got the Winecraft black smoke bushes, one of my all-time favorites. And so this is a nice dark black contrast, and will give you, it is deciduous, but it still gives you those beautiful colors. Nice again in that like 6 foot range relatively. So that's a great one. Cece was out here organizing everything, and the candy corn spireas are waking up. So they have got little growth popping out right here. So if you have not pruned your spireas at home yet, and you have got, notice that you have got some little buds popping up, now's a great time to go ahead and prune your spireas so you get nice tight compact growth on them, and you get those beautiful, beautiful flowers. We love candy corn. Like right now, yeah, it's a stick. Okay, but if you can see that it has that bright orange and chartreuse and green, all sorts of those like candy corn colors, right, with those raspberry pink flowers. And this is going to be basically a 2.5 tall and wide. So loves the full sun, full to part sun, would do really well. And yeah, candy corn, especially when it flushes out, it is like one of our top sellers for sure. Let's see what else. There's some, oh, down here,
Mr. Bowling Ball.
Yeah, Mr. Bowling Ball. Yes, and so the cerise charm, Laura petalums, these are beautiful. It's one of the blackest, darkest, yeah, I mean, it's so purple that it looks black. And this is going to be that medium size Laura petalum. Of course, Laura petalums are great shrubs for the South. Beautiful evergreen. We're getting ready to go into where they bloom, and so they will do those hot pink flowers on them. They look like they've been shredded. Fantastic. Notice that Cece also put the fire chiefs right next door to the cerise charm, and so this again would be a nice pairing for that evergreen color in your garden foundation plant against your house. Would be lovely. And then yeah, Mr. Bowling Ball. So again, looking at Mr. Bowling Ball, you might go, oh my gosh, he's dead. Like, why are you selling these dead plants? We're not, friends. This is that winter interest to it. So if you can see with the tag, look, that's the green in the summer. And so it changes colors. And so you get this lovely, like, seasonality of this shrub. This is going to be still an arborvitae, and this is going to be 1 to 2 feet tall and wide. Hence its name, Mr. Bowling Ball. Nice little petite round ball, super easy. Again, like the prick factor is a big thing with me, and so this is very soft. It's not like a cedar, and so if you've got small kids or whatever, you don't have to worry about it being too prickly. So lovely on that. Let's see, where were we going? Oh, well, I do want to say right quick, and we've had these over the winter, but we're getting a lot of questions about if we're going to sell that honeysuckle plant from Proven Winners. I'm getting asked this a ton online. And yes, so we have, this is the Kinsley's Ghost. We have it online, and we have it here at the garden center in 3 gallons. It is a deciduous, but it is the coolest thing. It reminds me of eucalyptus, like how it looks. And so this is a great non-invasive, fun seasonality, really cool plant, and it is already starting to pop out little leaf buds. Mine on the fence at the berm is doing the same thing. It's a great time to go ahead and get these. This is why some of the folks on social media, when we said that we're opening, and we're opening in, you know, mid-February, and they're like, but it's not spring yet, we're still having freezes. Yes, we are, but this is the time that you want to come to your garden center. And if you're looking to plant trees, if you want to plant shrubs, hydrangeas, listen to me, people. If you're going to plant hydrangeas in your garden, please do it now through March. April, May, June, July, August, not really the best times because we're going into the heat. You're in the heat. Hydrangeas need time to get their roots really well established before that crazy heat hits. All the shrubs and the trees do. So this is a great time to plant. Guess what? All of these shrubs, minus the ones that we just brought in, they've lived on this shrub lot all winter long. Uncovered, they're fine. They're nice and hardy. The ones that we brought in, they've been in nurseries here in North Carolina. So they have gone through the same temperatures and everything that we have. They are nice and hardy. You can absolutely go ahead and plant them in your garden, and I would recommend that you do. I know that we had some trees delivered. We've got hydrangeas that I have pulled that we're going to be adding in to our gardens. We're getting ready to plant some soft serves at the house. So the soft serve is a lovely small tree. Let me flip this around so Jerry can show you the tag. Y'all do enjoy your tags. So this soft serve is going to be more of that think of like a Christmas tree shape, very pyramidal, and it is a soft plant, and it has a slightly weeping downward turn habit to it. This is going to be 6 to 10 tall, 5 to 6 wide. So we're getting ready to add these to our garden. Absolutely, you can plant these right now. And then we come into hydrangea land right here. We've got some new fresh pufferfish. We've got the little lime punches. We've got regular little lime firelight tidbit. We got some tidbits, I think, didn't we? Or was it, no? There are some left. Invincible rubies. We got the Invincible rubies and the Incredibles, Bobos. Yep, I see some tidbits right here. So again, great time to be adding those to your gardens. Yes.
So you brought in all those Perfecto Mundos. That's the
Yes, we did. We brought in tons of the Perfecto Mundo azaleas. This is the double purple. We've got the double purple, the double pink, and the double white. Again, great time to be adding them to your garden. We're getting ready to add probably 25 of the double white to the gardens at the house. These are going to be more in that petite size, in that 3 to 3/4 tall and wide. These are the ones that bloom 3 times a year. Really heavy in the spring and the fall, and then in the summertime they bloom again. Beautiful flowers.
Frost on those this morning.
Yes, and it was it was cold this morning. I had the fountain going at the house and it froze. Everything's fine, but it was very, very frosty. These were sitting out here. Look at them. Look at that foliage. And they're covered in buds, y'all. They are absolutely covered in buds. There is no burn on them. They are happy. You absolutely can go ahead and plant these in your garden. And in fact, again, I say it again, please do it in the spring, late winter, early spring, and not in the heat of the summer, because that's when we can have some problems. Okay, now let's talk about the fun stuff over here. We have got hellebores. If you've watched some of our videos this past couple of days, you know that we got in a huge shipment of hellebores, Lenten roses. So we have them displayed here in the front of the greenhouse because it stays a little bit more shady. And the hellebores love that filtered sun, morning sun, shadier conditions. And they're called Lenten roses. They're not actually a rose, but they're called Lenten roses because they begin blooming around the season of Lent. So like this is Joker. Joker is one of the earlier blooming hellebores. And so you've got that. Then we've got the Ice and Roses Red. She's not blooming yet. She's a later bloomer. And then you've got Frosty. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? I'm telling you, these are deer resistant because that foliage is super leathery and tough and they don't like it. So they, again, shade, blooms, easy peasy. Then the Monas, the Marvels, excuse me. You've got Mona and Macy, and they have got beautiful variegated foliage. So love these for that beautiful texture to them and the neat interest on the leaves. grasses, you've got your feather falls. All of these, when Cece puts the displays together, she puts them together in that you can plant them together. It's not like a photo shoot for a magazine where they put plants that could never grow together. Drives me insane when I look at pictures in magazines and I'm like, those two plants have opposite growing conditions. You can't put them together. This you absolutely can put together, okay? So when you come and you see this beautiful Goshiki osmanthus next to a hellebore, next to a carex, they can go together. So absolutely you can do that. And then look at this one. This was one of my favorite. This was the, yes, okay, this is the Macy marble. Look at that. Oh, look at those beautiful flowers. I love it. And these Lenten roses tend to bloom for quite a long time. So you've got buds just everywhere. And of course, every year they just get bigger and bigger and bigger and prettier and prettier and prettier. So there you go. We're still we got the blower left out. We're still working, friends. Distiliums, another great option for you. We've got the Perfecto Mundos. We've got the white and the double pink right here together. Next to the Swing Low Distiliums, this would be a beautiful evergreen pairing for your house because these Swing Lows, they get nice and wide but stay low. So if you want something that is not going to get very big, then you've got the Swing Low and then you've got the flower power of your Perfecto Mundo azaleas. So great combo here together. And then of course more hellebores. One can never have too many hellebores. Now let's talk about some more beautiful color for those little bit sunnier areas. We were excited to be able to get our hands on the new camellias from Proven Winners. So we have the Just Chill, the double white, and the double mauve is behind me. So these are camellias that are going to be a little bit more cold hardy than your typical camellias. Basically like to a zone 6B, and these are going to be nice and upright. They will have kind of that reddish hue to them on their new foliage. The double white, of course, is going to be that beautiful, nice double white flower with that yellow in the center. And these can handle those sunnier conditions. It's going to be like a sasanqua in that it blooms in the fall. So it's hardy in zones 6B to 9. If you're, of course, in the cooler zones, you can do more sun. If you're in the warmer zones, maybe give it a little bit more shade. But yeah, so great fall bloomers, the double white and then the double mauve behind us as well. When we got the Forever Goldies that they came in, 3 of them never made it onto the lot because one of our beloved employees saw them and she was like, I have to have these for my yard. So they immediately went into her car and went home with her yesterday. So the Forever Goldie Arborvitaes, this is the same plant, it's just in 2 different pot sizes. This is like a 5 and this is a 10. So this kind of gives you an idea of, you know, if you want a bigger one, we go with the 10. You can watch it grow, you go with the 5. Great, nice, again, soft evergreen that holds this color even in the full sun. I have a Forever Goldie at the chicken coop. It got took out by the tree in Helene, but she's coming back and doing great. So this is, like mine is in the absolute worst red clay soil ever, and she is doing great. Not on irrigation, full hot sun, beautiful pairing. Go ahead and put a gardenia with it, right? So you've got the Jubilation gardenia. You could put this with that Cerise Charm Loropetalum, and then either gardenias or azaleas, mix them together. Dear heavens, you have got a low maintenance, beautiful color contrast, texture contrast, instant landscape. Love it. You can use Forever Goldies as a specimen plant, like on the side of your house, because they don't get too big. Or you could put it as a privacy screen, or just have it for fun, for color. Like I just had it just because she's just sitting there by herself. So she's going to bring me lots of interest in the garden. Brenna's not normally with us on nursery tours, but she's here today and she's keeping an eye on her friendly staff. She's very curious as to what they're doing. All right, let's move on over to the pines. There's so much to talk about. All the perennials have gotten cleaned up. So when I tell you that it is absolutely okay to go ahead and plant like perennials, literally has been sitting here all winter. When I tell you that you can go ahead and plant your perennials and you don't have to worry about them, this Luminary Prismatic Pink has literally been sitting on this table since last summer, right? like this pot's been frozen probably multiple times, you've got green growth. It is only going to be happier with you putting it in the ground. So don't worry. And we have got some, those of you that are faithful viewers of Creekside, you know that there's a running joke between Jerry and I about hostas. And Jerry says we always have too many hostas. And I'm like, one can never have too many hostas. So I order more hostas. I have slowed down, but I did order 2 hostas that you're going to want to see, because we get asked about these hostas all the time. So everything's been trimmed, cleaned, ready to go. We've got the Anna's Magic Ball. This too is an arborvitae. The reason that we have them in here in the pines in the shade is because Anna's Magic Ball, think like Mr. Bowling Ball, different color obviously, but it is hardy in zones 3 to 7. We're a zone 8, so you're going to need to give it some protection from that hot afternoon sun. Anna's Magic Ball is 10 to 15 inches tall and wide. It's just a cute little thing, right? Don't need to prune this, and you get this cute little thing. This would be great in a container because you're going to have that evergreen interest. But people always ask for Anna's Magic Ball, so we've got Anna's Magic Ball in multiple. Like we got a section here, we got them right here as well. Camellias, y'all, it is camellia season for sure. Your sasanquas, I did this last time. Your japonicas, I'm so used to saying sasanquas in the fall. Your japonicas are getting ready to explode in color. This is a Greensboro red. Look at this. Massive buds on them that are going to absolutely pop with a deep double red flower on it. So if you're looking to add those camellias, let's get her done. And in fact, come over here, because I saw this on the list and I was like, yes, please and thank you. So this is a camellia, right? Still in that japonica series family. You can tell from its habit that it's going to be very upright, right? So this is the high fragrance camellia. High fragrance, one, given its name, is going to be a lovely rose-like fragrance to it. So hello, sign me up right now. So even, I don't care what it would look like, even if it just had that lovely rose fragrance, I want it. But then when you see the flower on this thing, dear heavens to Betsy, it is a nice soft baby doll pink, full and double and fat. So when you take the fragrance and you pair it with the bloom on this thing, as soon as they came off the truck, I had selected mine and she is at the house. So she is going to be going in the ground probably next week. As soon as I can get her in the ground, she is going in the ground. Mimi has already, I think Mimi's already actually picked out one too. She was like, I want some with some buds on it. So they've got buds on them. So high fragrance, we have, well, 10-ish left. So if you want one, move with purpose, come see us this Saturday and get one, because it is lovely. Now, one of those 2 hostas that I told you that I got he was fine with it, but here we go. Beautiful, nice premium gallon of Proven Winners Autumn Frost. For whatever reason, sometimes autumn frost can be hard to find. It is hard for us to get. This is a beautiful bicolor, nice big wide margins of that like creamy yellow chartreuse with that dark center. Oh my gosh, this is a lovely one. And it's not going to be massive. So you can put it in a pot. You can obviously put it in the ground as well. So it's going to be about 2 feet wide. So for a hosta, that's not incredibly big. So we have got autumn frost hostas right here for you. So yeah, come get them while they last. Beautiful, stunning, brand new Florida Sunshines. This is that Elysium, right? So a anise is in the anise family. It is very deer resistant because if you crush the leaves, they smell like licorice. So this is that kind of that shady corner. You have got those. We have got, and they're evergreen. So we love that, right? We've got the tiny Tough Stuff hydrangeas from Proven Winners. This is, again, relatively new on the market. You can tell from this plant that you see in front of you, the little sticks, it is going to be quite a small one. It is only going to be like 2 feet tall and wide. And this is that mountain hydrangea, right? So it's that lace cap. It can either be a nice soft blue or a nice soft pink. I would love to be able to put a couple of these like in containers in the shade garden. How gorgeous would that be? Oh, lovely. I mean, you don't have to put them in containers. You can, but you can also put them in the landscape. So we've got those. Then we've got, this is more tiny Tough Stuff, and the Sarcocoa, the sweet and low Sarcocoa. Those of you that have those shadier areas, this is a great evergreen shrub. You can see that it's getting ready to open up with its little flowers that are fragrant. And so this is a beautiful evergreen shrub. If you put it in a more damp area, then you're going to have, it's going to naturalize a little bit. Not crazy invasive, but it will spread some. I actually have, at the chicken coop, I have some in the ground and one in a container. And the one in the container, because I water it more than the ones in the ground, it's huge and it's gorgeous. So this is a great option for those of you that are looking for shade evergreen. We still have some of the Daphnes. So this is the White Princess. Princess White. So we've got the Daphnes. If you're familiar with us, I planted one in a container near the chicken coop and she is happy. She survived the winter and is doing great.
All winter?
Yeah, all winter. Sitting out here underneath the pines, doing really, really well. We got some more hydrangeas for you, and that other hosta. So this hosta is in what we call a non-branded, it's a non-branded plant. So it means it doesn't belong to Proven Winners or Southern Living or Monrovia or whoever. It's just in a good old black pot. This is a 2-gallon, which we love hostas in a 2-gallon because that means they're bigger. This is White Feather. White Feather, when it emerges, it is white. It is the coolest thing. I have one at the house. It gets to be a good little size. And so white feathers, as the season progresses, it will turn green. So it'll start to get the green veining, the green ribbing, and then it will turn green, but still have some hint of white in it. So if you want white feathers, we have got those also here available. Lots of good hostas. We have got plenty of hostas. Ask my husband and he will tell you we have got plenty of hostas. We also have the Let's Dance Lovable. So Let's Dance Lovable is a reblooming Macrophylla hydrangea, that classic Mac hydrangea with those blooms on it. It will be pH dependent, so maybe you get that hot pink, or maybe you get some of that blues and purples and pinks mixed in there together. This will be 3 to 4 tall and wide. Since it is a rebloomer, we don't prune this. We want to put this somewhere where you don't have to prune it because it blooms on old wood, meaning that there are buds already formed in here. And if we were to come in here and prune it, we're going to lose our first flush of flowers. Then it also blooms on new wood. So then later on in the summer, you're gonna get a whole nother set of blooms. So this plant is continuously putting out new flowers. Lovable. Might even end up in the garden at the house somewhere. All right, now we've talked about this one other time before. Because of the online store, we have some of the plants available in a quart-sized container for you. So for example, I'm just trying to pick one up here. This is the Crested Surf Fern from Proven Winners. I have it in a nice gallon, but I also have it in a quart. So when you come to the nursery, you're gonna see more offerings of the perennials, both in gallons and in quart-sized containers. Because some people just like to have a smaller plant. Maybe it's because it's less of a hole that you have to dig, or maybe you're gonna put it in a container and you just wanna start small. Obviously, it's gonna be more economical. So there you go. Just know that when you come, you're gonna see more offerings for you that way. Like for example, we have the Diamond Lake Hosta from Proven Winners, right? So I have them in gallons up here, but I also have them in quarts. So we're trying to give you that more variation, options for you in the sizes. Now, let's go back up here because there is another hydrangea that customers have been begging for, and we have not been able to find it until here recently, and so we have got it up here for you. And actually we've got a couple more hydrangeas available for you as well. So we have got, in another black pot, zebra. Right, so this is the hydrangea, this is macrophylla, this is zebra. It is called zebra because I was telling one of our staff the new foliage, the new stem is black. So it's kind of hard to see, but it is taking on that black hue. So your new stems will be black, and then the flowers are that classic pure white. So you've got the white on the black with the green leaves, hence the name of zebra. There you go. So we have got these. I know people were asking for them. If you're seeing this, we have them. Come get them for sure. We've got Let's Dance Blue Jangles and Giddy and Grumpy. I love all those names. So just know that we have got the hydrangeas for you, whether you have full sun, whether you have part sun, or you have more shade. We have got a hydrangea for you, especially if you're somewhat in the region of the Southeast. You know that hydrangeas are one of those iconic garden shrubs. Probably no matter where you live, they have a lot of hydrangeas, unless in those zones that unfortunately you can't have hydrangeas, but we've got them for you. So absolutely, we would love to help you. Again, tons of plants. I know it's February, I know it's cold, the weather is kind of crazy, you just kind of have to keep an eye out for it, but just know that it is never too early to start thinking about your garden. It is never too early to see if you've been wanting a zebra hydrangea, but you're like, Jenny, I just don't want to plant it yet. Okay, well, come get it, take it home. You can take it in and out depending on the weather. That's what I do. I have quite the stash of plants that I see it, I grab it, I hold it, and then when it's time, then I can go ahead and plant it. So if you want it, because I can't always guarantee that we can get some of these plants again. So come see us. This Saturday is the last Saturday, because it's the last Saturday of February. So we'll be open 9 to 3. And then starting in March, we'll be open Wednesdays through Saturdays from 9 to 3. So we look forward to seeing you. Of course, check it out on the website, gardeningwithcreekside.com. And if any way we can help you, we would love to help you. Y'all have an amazing day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.